Yeah, you're going all right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, good to hear. Well, what's the latest news? How the practice been?
Yeah, it's been going really good. Lowered my jumping. um, I haven't had a lot of time to play this week because I've just started a new job, so it's been on the back burner a little bit this week. But yeah, just trying to focus on playing those soft angles, and even just when I'm playing as Mag, making sure I'm shooting within his range, and I found that's helped a lot. Rather than being really close and trying to shoot. So I feel like I haven't had the most play time. Still played a fair few games, but yeah, I feel like I'm a bit better while I'm doing it now.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So, out of all those things, is there anything specific what stands out? What do you feel like you do much better currently?
Mm. Um, I like to say the range that I'm shooting from.
Yeah,
Like
range.
I've
Mhm.
really made that a focus. And even if like I had a pretty good, I'm on like a 3-win streak at ranked the other day, and my accuracy was yeah feeling really good. Just feeling like I could just hit more shots. Um, yeah,
Nice, nice. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think it just helps so much with the uptime if you have the good range. And you keep all the angles in mind, what kind of angles you can push later. I think this is good.
yeah.
Okay, is there anything what you feel like you have problems with, what you struggle with at the moment?
Um, I feel like certain. I don't really know. I feel like certain maps. I guess this is normal. That's what happened in one of the other videos of yours. People are saying like, oh, you like. I think people have the misconception that the tank is just supposed to soak up damage. You stand there and 6 people shoot you at once.
Yeah.
Uh, and like I feel like I'm playing smart angles. Like usually, if it's in between time between fights, I'll try to find some height or in a place where I'm still visible to my team, but I can just be a bit more annoying. Um, but I guess sometimes, um, yeah, I'm not sure if that's where I should be, or is there times where I should just be with the team and soaking up that damage, you know?
Makes sense. So just what kind of positions you should be contesting? You're sometimes not
Yeah, yeah, I'd
sure.
say so.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe when I should get off height or when I should retreat and try to support the team.
Makes
But
sense.
yeah,
Makes
I've
sense.
increased my final hits a fair bit, uh, which has been good. So yeah, I feel like I'm up because I am changing my positioning. It's giving me better angles to actually focus on the supports or focus on a DPS or something like that. Uh,
Nice. Nice. And what about the cover? We kind of mentioned just
yeah, yeah,
keep using that too. Yeah, make sure you have enough resources because of it as well. How that's been going.
yeah. The shoulder peaks. Yeah, I think because of Mag's range, it has been something I've been practicing the shoulder peaks and shooting in cover. Yeah, I think it's been going all right.
Nice, nice. Okay, okay. So yeah, mostly we talked about positioning before, and I think today maybe we can focus either, like you mentioned, just the target priority maybe where you should be sometimes because there are definitely times when it can drop, but uh, to be honest, most of the time you just can be somewhere else. You can contest more active
Yeah.
angles somewhere else too. So that's okay. Yeah, maybe you can go with that today. And yeah, is there anything else what you have in mind? What do you struggle with right now? Or
No, no, I think that's probably my top one is just maybe playing smart angles.
I
Uh,
see, I see.
yeah, I feel like kiting. My kiting's a little bit better, where I'm focusing on the tug of war, the push pull of the game, rather than I'm doing well, but then maybe not paying too much attention on behind me. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, well, there's a lot of information you should be able to track overall as a tank, and because especially because you up in front fighting. it might be a little bit difficult to just scout, see where your team is. Maybe just also take a look at where the enemy threats are, stuff like that. So yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely takes time, but yeah, we just want to find downtime when to scout. Okay, well, you sent me the game. Can you tell me a little bit about this game? Why do you choose this one? Yeah, why do you want to review that one?
Yeah, I think this is a game where I felt like I did quite well. Like I got SVP in the game and felt like I was applying pressure. Um, but it was a bit stagnant still, you know. We just didn't quite get there. So I feel like yeah, there is probably those small changes I can make to um, get a win rather than losing the round.
Hmm. What kind of changes
Yeah,
you think? Is it just the positions
um,
you had, or?
they yeah, possibly they had a Thor that was really aggressive. And I'm not sure if I should have been peeling more for my backline, possibly. Um, yeah, maybe that would have been a difference, as well as they had a rocket, which is always a bit tricky to to play against.
I see. I see. Yeah. So just overall, kind of, do I turn around and help my team to deal with the guy, or do I just push anyone else,
Or
sort
do I
of
keep?
thing?
Yeah. Do I keep applying pressure on the supports and preventing them from healing, or making them get to cover, or just play awkward angles, that sort of thing.
Hmm. I see. I see. Okay. And what about the rocket? What's hard about playing versus him?
Oh, I just think he just seemed to survive. His survivability, just running around, and yeah, he seemed to just be a bit of a pain.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. I see. Yeah. Oh well, there are definitely times when you can maybe shoot him a little bit more, but definitely don't over focus on him too much,
Don't focus in. Yeah,
because
yeah,
he will try to dodge you. Like really good rockets, they do not play low ground, but honestly, a lot of the times, even the some high level, some months ago, especially, sometimes you see rocket playing low ground, but I don't think it's the right way to play, because you can distract people a lot. There's a mobility in your kit for the reason. So yeah, once they try to
yeah.
actively dodge you, it actually works kind of similar to. Can you remind me? Did you play Overwatch before?
No.
No, not as much. Yeah, there's actually the character. It's their name is Lucio. They can wall ride,
Okay.
and it's
Yeah.
kind of similar idea. Use a Lucio, you can just divert the enemy attention while you wall riding, because they pay attention to you. Then your team can do a little bit more. You're just being really annoying. But to get really good with this mechanic, it takes time, and it's kind of what you will
Yeah.
more likely see with rocket players. Just the more the player base will be developed, the more they will take advantage of the wall ride. So when they do that, when they can run on the walls, you can mostly just shoot someone else, I would say. It's usually not
Okay.
a good thing to try to shoot them unless they're really out of position. Maybe they are really,
Yep.
really
Yep.
gonna be somewhere in a more killable spot, then sure. Okay, okay, let's then take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna screen share. Yeah, is there anything else? Would you like to mention, or that's about it?
No, I think that was probably the main bits.
Alright, then let's start with this game here. Okay, there's the replay and competitive. Pretty long game too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of finding the balance, understanding which target is killable, but at the same time threatening for you and
Yep.
your team overall, because you, the tank, you should be dealing with a more active angles. So yeah, let's see how we do that.
Yep.
Okay, we are okay. So we're on this red team starting out an attack. Okay.
See, I like to
Mhm.
take that little side channel, just 'cause pretty much that's where the sports stand, around here, or just behind the tanks.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say it's gonna be alright. You kind of deal with more important positions this way too. You still can be aware if there's anyone else on the main out of position overall, but yeah, overall this is gonna be a good angle to deal with. Yeah, also using our team up a little, that's fine. Okay, sure. Just don't want to forget, yeah, the Unks, you destroy the Unk. Okay, have to play a little bit slower because you'll lose the Moon Knight, but overall I feel like there's gonna be okay angle to pressure, just a little bit be more specific with the target you pressure. Keep an eye on their.
Yeah,
It's either support, either DPS. Just keep shooting, that target be
yeah.
annoying.
Rather than just the angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, a bit hard to break through, but I think as long as you put the pressure on those guys on the right in the correct way, should
That
be
was my
fine. Yeah, you shouldn't
yeah,
be.
the mistake of the penny mine.
Yeah, shouldn't be walking there. It's alright though. Okay, let's see
Is
how is.
is it about a meter or two before? I thought as long as I didn't touch the net, I'd be fine. But obviously, they jump off the nest.
Yeah, yeah. It's just really you don't want to mess with that. You kind of maybe you can get a nice angle as well to just destroy some of the webs too. Now let's see where
Yeah.
it's been actually. So they started, yeah. So there's some webs here. Actually, they had more. Yeah, they had more. I think they had this net set up somewhere. Yeah, so it's right over here. You can potentially get an angle to just destroy that too. That's not too bad.
Yep.
So don't forget that you deal damage with explosion, so if you kind of know where this is, then we can just explode the damage
Mm,
here, and you still can destroy that. Maybe it can
yeah.
also be fine sometimes to go here, but you might be a little bit isolated, so be careful, but it's still always fine. If you ever stuck in the chokes versus the penny, just try to find alternative angle somewhere and try to
Yeah.
destroy the nest, first of all. It's just gonna be not as hard thing to do. If you know where it is, should be fine. Well, anyway, we have to wait. Sure, here we are starting on the main again. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. Yeah, maybe we can try to go on the right side, the left side, but yeah, overall, just dealing with those guys. Sure, go for the team up. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about. So I see, and this is what I want you to maybe try to keep an eye on. You're kind
Yeah.
of switching between the targets a little bit too much, and of course the criterias. Yeah, sometimes you change depending on the fight, like why you shoot certain guys, but maybe it can be good to just look at it this way. You are, generally speaking, looking at two variables. When we're talking about the target priority, it's just going to be the target which is more threatening and then at the same time killable for you. There's going to be the balance
Yeah.
in a way. So let's call this, yeah, let's maybe say threatening or like viable target. There's going to be this part of the scale and there's going to be a killable target on this part. And a lot of the times what you're looking at is value. Yeah, how do you understand if the target's valuable or like overall the angle is valuable? You can look
Yeah.
at things such as their position, maybe how much damage they can do. Yeah, whatever can just maybe turn around the fight a little bit more. Usually, for that reason, a lot of people they would just say, okay, it's good to shoot the support, it's good to shoot the DPS because they have more utility to support, right? So we don't want to shoot the tank as much. Yeah, sometimes can be true,
Mm,
but there are also cases where they might be not as killable when you just shoot them, yeah, because they are valuable. It does mean that you can always kill them. For example, if I try to really go after this rocket, this guy might be a little bit too far, so that may be complicated. So you watch for anybody who is sort of closer. So let's take a look at this so far. Yeah, what do we got here? Yeah, so what do you would say out of all those people here? What do you feel like is more important for you to shoot, more valuable to shoot, and why?
From that angle, if I can maybe possibly get a shot
Yeah,
on Moon Knight, where I currently am,
yeah,
or there's Cloak and Dagger behind as well,
yeah,
which would be very valuable.
yeah, yeah. Probably, probably this can be just fine for us to keep an eye on. And you see, why this is also good target for us is because your team can follow up on it. It's kind of two
Yeah.
things you can keep an eye on. It's either you time pressure, yeah, time pressure with team, or if the target is really isolated, then sometimes you can also assume, oh, they're really killable too, and that's how you decide. It's just a balance. Okay, the target's valuable. Okay, they maybe do a lot of damage. They're scary. Their position is kind of more forward, right? So you see, okay, two criteria for the value, and then there are also criteria for the killable. You can maybe do the check
Mm,
marks. Are they to simplify maybe for you as a tank most of the time, are they really in the zone where your teammates can also do the pressure. Yeah, maybe it's one more check mark. Okay, where if we look at the tank here, then the tank it can be maybe at the small forward position, but they're not as killable. For example, yeah, let's say forward position only. Okay, not enough. Also low damage. Yeah, and there's also low yeah, like I mentioned, it's harder to get a kill on as well because of
Yeah.
the HP. So you just can shoot this, but then later, once you guys will transition, maybe you can start shooting someone else like their support. Yeah, maybe it's gonna be this guy. Oh, actually, this is Phoenix. Yeah, but later on, maybe it can even be this Rocket once your team is able to follow up. But ideally, your criteria you should have as many criteria as possible, because sometimes, and you see here, for example, you keep shooting the mag, okay, and then I don't think it's the most valuable target for you based on all the criteria. So what do you see? Like, what is
Yeah.
possibly better for
Well,
you to keep an eye on still?
yeah. Currently, Cloak and Dagger and Moonlight are holding hands. Yeah. So if
Yeah,
I aim there, I'm gonna hit either one of them or both with the splash damage.
yeah, exactly, and you just exactly need to deal with those more important angles. Yeah, and it's not just by default the support or maybe any DPS is better to shoot compared to the tank. No, you kind of can be dynamic with the criteria. So let's say this guy is really out of position and he gets no follow up. Yeah, I see. Okay, really forward position. Then fine, I can shoot him, especially if he's really low HP and killable. Sure, but he's full HP. He is also, yeah, he has defensive resources actually, I think. Now let's see. Did he? Yeah, he still does. So it's gonna be more difficult for you to kill, and
Yeah.
their team can get the follow up too. Yeah. By the way, there's just one more extra thing to make it easy. When we're talking about the positioning, it's not only about who is more forward. It's what you prioritize angles. So let's say anybody taking off angles first, and then after that you prioritize people at the front line.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and here you have this guy's taking off angle, so they can be your preference too because of it. So you see, you kind of have the balance now. Yeah, at the same time, they are easier to kill for you. You can recognize, oh, this is something what I wanna shoot. Well, anyway, you see how this guy now gets the follow up, and you try to also pressure somebody else, but then just be consistent with that. Like now, maybe it can be okay, but let's see. Is there
Yeah.
anyone else? Actually deal to the right angle. Yeah, so this guy is just simply more on the front line, and I cannot deal with this guy. It's not isolated. Not isolated enough for me. I don't have the range, and my team cannot follow up on it. So this is fine, even though just one criteria. Yeah, he's too far forward. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
he start losing the HP. Okay, second criteria too. But this is better target to shoot. Later, maybe I can shoot this Moon Knight, or maybe the supports. But they now really far to even just for you to pressure, for your team to pressure. So that's fine. Okay, you force out the bubbles, and now you have to think. Yeah, that's okay. Nice. Get the pressure, and this is where you probably need to shoot the rocket. Yeah, just see,
Yeah.
okay, what's more killable? What's more valuable? Okay, rocket's here, fine. Get rid of him first, and then after that, I would say, yeah, if the Phoenix would be closer, probably them, and then the tank. But yeah, the tendency is usually gonna be that you are shooting someone else besides the tank. But anyway, it's just the tendency. Sometimes you see that tank really overextends. Okay, do you have any questions about this, or?
So far, no.
Oh, okay. Alright, can take a interesting angle here. Let's see. Oh well, that's okay. Yeah, playing the range. Yeah, sure. If bubbles needed, can use that too. Yeah, this is actually good. This is actually what you can possibly do. So you went through. Yeah, so this is this TP here, and then just setting up right around this angle is really good. You have access to their backline if you really need. If someone is isolated, or you can also fight the front line. Just make it harder for the enemy to pass. Yeah, a really good angle here. Okay, rush at the Moon Knight. And yeah, what do you feel like you should be shooting? Well, you kind of shooting multiple, but yeah, anyway, ideally the priority, if they will be separated later, what's the priority?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I went for Rocket because he's the first one I saw, but probably Luna is easier target,
Mm-hmm.
and same if I eliminate her, then it's the same outcome as if I had have killed
Yeah.
Rocket. Got one support less.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably still keep up the pressure. Yeah. Don't switch the targets too much. You see, you kind of go back to this. I mean, not go back, but you start shooting the lunar snow. But just keep the consistent pressure
Yeah.
going. It's kind of might feel like you don't have a lot of damage. Actually you do as mag, but anyway, it's just your damage not as high compared to DPS. So it may feel like you're not getting the resources forced as fast, but if you keep the consistent pressure, this helps out a lot. It's just constantly shoot until they do something. Yeah, like for example, okay, like
Yep.
here I still can shoot a rocket. Let's say they use this. Okay, maybe destroy this thing, and then after that I can't do anything else. But yeah, don't switch the targets too much. You just keep the consistent damage. Like for example, this guy. Okay, he does this. There's no reason to shoot him. Actually, he's not killable. He is maybe something the damage you can block the shield. Yeah, with your shield, but you can potentially search for anyone else. Actually, not sure. This
Yeah.
guy's really trying to
I think
hide.
I was so can mags. So my thinking was to burst his bubble with
Oh,
damage. Is that possible with the mag blade?
well, it's just as addition, right? If you can add it to the other damage, I mean, it can be. I just it's gonna be something
Yeah,
else in
I
addition
added more
to.
damage to him.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
you just kind of you just kind of need more damage. I don't feel like alone it's
Yeah.
gonna be the most reliable thing you can do. It's
Yep.
what well, this is what I'm not sure about though. Yeah, because there are no people to shoot though. Because the Jeff ate everyone. That's another thing. But yeah, anyway, this
Yeah.
guy's not killable. So maybe shoot this first. I would
Yep.
say.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, probably keep it this way. If there's any other ultimate, for example, I don't know, Star Lord's pretty common. Yeah, they use Star Lord. There's a lot of damage coming in. There's even anything else. Honestly, what just adds a lot of damage, then might be okay to shoot the mag. But first off, it's usually the ultimates have preference anyway. The defensive ones like this, the rockets, because they just constantly give the shields, and a lot of the times people also don't take time to destroy those, but it's actually pretty easy to destroy. So yeah, not too bad at all. Also, yeah, just go into the choke. That's fine. Dealing with this, I feel like you just need to keep the thing with either the left side or the right side if you can. It's gonna be
Yeah.
much better. You see, if we're talking about the angles too, you can always choose like you chose here. Do I deal over the front line? Do I go back here, or do I deal with the right side? And you see what kind of
Yeah.
angles for me are important potentially. What do you see?
Yeah. I would say if either of them give me good opportunities to back up, as long as there's the exit. So, like for example, on the right there, I have the portal I can use.
Mm-hmm.
Right hand side, yeah, you got
Yeah.
the portal. Yep. As well as you have that open space you can drop down onto the supports,
Mm-hmm.
and same with the left. Um, I guess it kind of maybe depends who I have on my team as well. If I could, because I see who's that? Is that Deadpool? Deadpool's over on the left hand side. Maybe if I was playing the height on the left as well, then we're applying damage to the same target a bit easier, possibly. Yeah.
This can also be, right? It's just not exactly know if they're gonna attack or not, but yeah, if they will, then sure, you can kind of also try to take the angle accordingly. Like I said, okay, there's gonna be this guy on this side. Okay, that makes it easy for me to decide when we go this way. I will support him. There's likely the chance I get rid of the support, but also what I want you to think about initially though is not only this, because those guys are playing really in the choke, really trying to hold you there is you need to think about certain angles first, active angles.
Yeah.
What do you see? When
Yeah.
you fight for the red space, what angle is the most scary right now from the enemy team? The enemy team.
Uh, it would be the left hand angle. Like if I'm there on the left hand side, then that's where most of that vision is.
Let's name the character. Who is the more scary right
Okay.
now?
It would be what's her name? Rogue? No, not Rogue. The Half AA, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
the
Yeah,
Phoenix. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Phoenix. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. So see, and
brain's not
it
working
also
tonight.
fits the criteria too. They gonna be taken off angle, but at the same time they can be relatively killable because they're isolated. Yes, maybe
Yep.
it's something what your team can follow up on, but isolated target is okay for you to fight. It's either you do this or you follow up with your team does. And this position here, actually, if you know those guys here, okay, maybe if I have time to get at the position A, I deal with this person at the same time. I can deal with the rest of what my team is doing as well. You can totally do that. It's
Yep.
I think it's one of the best options, but at least this option B is also better. Yeah, don't just being stuck in the choke and also dealing with the nest, yeah, the other things,
Yeah.
because it's really hard. If you're fighting something more brawl and just overall a penny as well, is gonna be a really difficult fight to face. You almost never make it. You need to find alternative routes. So yeah, what I've been doing there can also work. And there's at least a chance you get the kills here, and then maybe later get rid of this. But I actually prefer you get rid of this here. Divert the attention. They will try to pull off the choke, and you can deal with everyone else as well. Help out your Moon Knight, help out your Deadpool, and they do take angles. So yeah, you should be okay. There's no reason for you to be here, basically. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just who do you have? I don't know. Your supports. Well, your supports, to be honest, shouldn't be here either. They can take one of the angles, but it's alright. Yeah, like if they make this stupid mistake, then sure, this is also fine. But I guess it's just also easier to do from your own angle. Just think, who's more scary? Okay, looking at the angles first, just overall damage. Yeah, who does it more, and do we push them first? Seeing if they're killable. Okay. Same thing here. Okay, sweat on an unkillable. Okay, this is a good angle. I like it. Okay, playing away from point. No need to stay there. And now pushing in. Yeah, I see you taking angles a lot, especially initially. Just don't forget in the sometimes to to
Yeah.
clear
Mid-fire.
important sweats too. A jump pad. Yeah, go for an angle first, I would say. So you can also do some anticipation too. Who might be taking an angle on the enemy team, so you can prepare your own angles. I think yeah, this one seems not bad at all. Yeah, because we can prepare.
Sure.
I feel like prepare for the next fight. Yes, the right side room. Well, maybe. I just really like the options for the high guns for you. As a Mac,
Yeah.
generally speaking, have a lot of range, so why not? Yeah, the right side may work later too if you swing really deep, but it feels initially you have to fight for the spot first, and there might be people like Phoenix, Iron Man taking angles, but that is where you also need to constantly scout who would be doing that. Yeah, let's just say it this way. Okay, so target power. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So first off, it's gonna start with scouting. Okay, I want you to maybe try to look, check, try to anticipate who will be doing stuff, who will be looking around. Okay, scout. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down this way. I think who will take the angle, or just off angles, take off angles, and position accordingly, or just adjust accordingly. You can save the resources, you can maybe change your position a little bit. Yeah, so this way it helps, because there's a high probability that you expect somebody on the left later too. I think dealing with this guy is also fine. Just do it from here, and after that, yeah, you probably expect this guy to take an angle again, so you can deal with them right away. And that's also answers the question, what do you do with the Thor? If there's a good Thor, you will try to take angles too, by the way. Let's see here,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, this is good. We set up here right now. Sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just a little bit of pressure, ideally just to push their Phoenix. Yeah, well, just a little bit too much, damage, I think. As soon as you see your HP drops, you need to be careful. Also, I kind of forgot about this.
Yeah, Iron Man's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is kind of the difficulty with the flying characters. They can change the angles, but you always need to try to scout and think. Yeah, maybe if they're not
Yeah.
physically walking on the space where they might be like doing it the same way like Phoenix does, But at least if you expect them to take verticality, you always have to look there. Yeah, just make sure that you have enough you have response. You can pressure them. You can maybe also reposition after or stuff like that. Yeah, it's usually not the most ideal to try. Yeah, if we forget, just try to maintain the same position might be not ideal. Okay, let's start taking a position here. That's fine. Now you just gotta scout two things. It's Phoenix. Phoenix is dead, and Iron Man. So at the start, where they are, what are they doing? Okay, it seems like
Yeah.
they use an ultimate. I'd say still staying here maybe okay, but yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah.
difficult. If they use ultimate, then yeah, sure. If you lose in numbers, then go back a little. It's okay. And then we'll try to pull you in. It just exactly, yeah. Try to mess up them with the stacks. This is one of the biggest, and I don't think it. So it's just.
That was just to try to avoid the Iron Man, but maybe
Okay.
maybe not worth it if we were coming out of spawn.
Okay. Okay. I think rather wait for the teams. At least you need the follow up. If you do this, if you maybe force something or like. Yeah, it's just really hard for your team to capitalize on, I feel like. Yeah, there's... not sure, actually. Well, it's just, well, they're really far in. That's what my concern is. What I mean by capitalize, yeah, you can clearly destroy this guy. Actually, not too bad, maybe. If there are two people around, you may survive and save yourself, then reset. Yeah, but it's just... It's also maybe fine to... wait and then repush with full power. This guy's really overextended though. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Let's not nitpick. Ideally, I would just maybe still wait to reset because you have the spawn advantage. You can push.
Yeah, that's
the real fight, but yeah, this is okay to be honest.
that was what I noted in the game. My thought process was if we're that close to respawn, like it probably wasn't much value to the overall fight. I guess it is one pick though, so.
No, I think it's okay because I usually prefer you to stay proactive with the ultimates. It's okay. As soon as you see the opportunity, go for it. Usually holding it too long is not good too. So yeah. Right, there's a lot of stuff happening. This guy is isolated. Sure, can get a kill on him. Then there's a Thor. Okay, he's only one. Yeah, can deal with him too. Okay, we should be fine. Now pushing to the next point. Okay. Yeah, sure. Destroying this res. I just gotta stabilize and you're fine. Okay. Yeah, that's what's gonna be important. Just anticipating the space. Okay, what I'm fighting for. And then after that, what are the more important positions for me to deal with? So we're thinking... If we fight for this area here, then what angles for you are gonna be important to deal with? What do you think?
I always focus on the height first, and there's kind of the tiered boxes on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I might try to climb up those little tiered boxes and focus on whoever's on the high ground if it's a Moon Knight or a Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just gonna be overall this high gun here. You will usually notice the positions like this where they have more options what to do. It's always fine. Not only for you to just maybe set up your team, but it's also you not allowing them to use those positions fully, to be honest. So I feel like yeah, we actually started. Yeah, we started to push the right side, and we well, we stopped because we've been low. But what if we continue? Yeah, just when you do this, you need to you need slight more follow up. I think you just kind of do it a little bit too early, and this position can be okay. Yeah, just probably wait, kind of play around here, wait, your team is ready, and then start pushing. Because those positions are more important to deal with anyway. You deal with the off angles. So this guy here, not able to take angle on your team. You see, like, they're doing quite a lot there. And then at the same time, you are Yeah, you can also set up the pressure on the choke. I feel like help out your team there still. Just do it at a
Yeah.
better time. That was good direction. Just keep fighting for the angles. And then after that, if they're all stuck on the choke, sure, you go for the choke. That's also one of the ways for you to deal with characters like Thor. If they will try to take angles, if you can poke them early, this always helps. Yeah, after that, you can take the position here. Sure, and I think you have options. It's maybe start on left side. Yeah, sure. And now we just gotta keep in mind who might take angles. What about their team again? Who might be on the off angles potentially? What do you expect?
Yeah, Phoenix, and they made the Punisher change as well.
Yeah, yeah,
They
exactly.
most likely he'll be sitting on an off
Yeah,
angle,
yeah, exactly.
as well as the supports.
Exactly. Yeah. Obviously, if they're not, then it's good, but they might be. So you can always watch out for that, and adjust accordingly. If you have the tempo here, you can maybe reposition a little bit differently. I think there's some options. Well, not too sure about. Yeah, it's not as easy for us to get here, right? So maybe it can be fine if you just push. Honestly, if you can maybe play here afterwards and just stay, it's also can be okay. Just adjust depending on the tempo. If you have it, then you can push a little bit forward. Oh, it's alright. Still captured the point.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the... Yeah, do you have any questions so far, or...
No, no, covered it really well.
Yeah, yeah, so far it feels better positioning overall. The angles, maybe just a little bit more, first, consistent pressure just in general, more consistent pressure on one target,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
look at the targets which fits the criteria. So for example here, you shot the Phoenix, but could you still be shooting the Phoenix, or like should you shoot anyone else?
yeah.
What do you think?
I think sometimes my thinking is like, okay, that person's getting pocketed with heals. Let me try to go to someone that isn't. But as you said, or I think you're alluding to, Phoenix is a high DPS character and someone that will get very quick limbs, So rather than changing to a Thor, which I might get to half health and the support will then just come and heal, if I keep the consistent pressure on Phoenix or someone that is a big danger target,
Yeah.
then it stops them from getting active in the fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but again, can always look at the criteria, make it easy. Yeah, do the check
Yeah,
marks. Okay, this guy's taking off angle. Let's say there's like maybe a big check mark. This guy is at the front line though, so maybe it's a check mark too. But let's say it's like double check mark because off angle is a preference. Okay, it's just anyone taking
yeah,
off angle is gonna be usually more threatening. This is also more killable. One more check mark just because of the nature of the character. This is less killable. So only 3 versus 1, you decide to shoot this. And the thing about the follow-up, those both guys can get the follow-up. Yes, you may think, oh, like I shoot this guy and they get the healing, so let's shoot this
mm,
guy. So this guys will maybe because he's not pocketed. But honestly, the higher you go, these people will adjust their healing like within half a second. It's fine. It's not worth it to consider. It's usually if
yeah,
it's really
yeah,
low rank, then maybe sometimes it happens where they just tunnel vision on one target a little bit too much, but you just always need to consider their ability, their vision. If they have the vision on the targets, then just assume that, okay, this can be pocketed, those both targets, so it's still gonna be better to shoot the Phoenix. Actually, in my opinion, the Phoenix will can receive less support, especially if they get behind the cover too. So it might be
mm,
the preference because they can isolate them for some period of time when they're behind the structures like this. Yeah, so that means less healing. Maybe the rocket can actually sow an orb, but with more direct healing, let's say there's gonna be Luna. Just normal healing. Yeah, I guess the orb they can also place it, but yeah. Anyway, more direct healing is gonna be harder. Yeah, so keep the pressure on them, and then after that you can decide. Yeah, a little bit difficult. I'm not sure. And I think you probably can keep the angles going too. So you started here, we just kind of started dropping, but you can still maintain the positions over here. So you have options. So you can deal with all the angles. You're not removing
But going
yourself
on to
from
the yeah.
yeah, it's
I think I panicked because of the group wall. I was like,
yeah.
oh, get away from it. Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, that's why you always have to be mindful who is going to be taking angles on you. You know that there's general route here, but sometimes there might be the tank who also takes off angles. So this can be even a bigger preference compared to the Thor. Yeah, obviously this is still preferable if they're on the same angle with the Groot, but just watch, yeah, watch who is more aggressive currently on this angle, yeah, who is more killable, and yeah, you just keep it the
Yeah,
distance can be enough too, yeah, keep the range going,
yeah,
be aware that there's gonna be the person taking off angle is just scout. And once you do this, you always have to keep in mind, okay, the closest angle, who can push me? This is here, okay, maybe I need to keep the distance and start rotating, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, any questions about that? Or
No, I think big takeaways. Think back to the graph of valuable target as well as someone who is in position to uh, die. Whether that's low health or maybe they're away from their team. Focus on those targets and not target switch as much. If I know someone's valuable, just keep applying pressure. Uh,
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just gonna be that, and I think anticipation can help a lot. Just always try to think
yeah,
who might take off angles, think where they
yeah,
are, and adjust accordingly, stuff like that.
yeah,
Okay, well, we could possibly do one live game if you want to, and then
yeah,
also we
yeah.
can do
Yes,
something
please.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, let's start with one live then. Okay, you can screen share.
You can see it, all right?
Yeah, it's
So yeah,
looking good.
the season just started. So I'm in flat 3 at the moment.
That's fine. Yeah, that's all right. It's gonna take some time to climb back. That's fine.
I always get sad because everyone I'm playing with has the the GM icon in these games. Like,
Ah.
I know it doesn't mean anything, but that's one of my goals. Eventually, get
No,
that.
no, that's all right. That's all right. I'll get there. Okay. How long it takes for you to get in a match usually? I think it should be relatively
Um,
fast on the tank, right?
yeah, about a minute. About a minute.
Yeah, about a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when the game just got released, there was just like seconds, 1-2 seconds at the
Oh,
end of the match.
I I couldn't believe that. Me and my friend, we played it a lot when it first came out, and you press play, and by the time you just clicked it, you're in a game.
Yeah, it just said next
Yeah.
match, yeah, and then you're in the match.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's fine. Just over time, obviously, the play base drops, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Whoever is committed to the game, they will remain. Yeah, meanwhile, you can always do
Yeah.
something like the little bit of warm up. A do match is fine. Practice range can be fine, but yeah.
You'd recommend Doom match?
I would say it's better because you're getting used to players not only moving chaotically, but also them shooting you too. Honestly,
Yeah. Yeah.
I usually recommend that. It's kind of similar to what we would be doing in Overwatch. You just jump in, something like tryhard FFA, and what's that is just 12 players playing against each other and just practicing. So in here, it's kind of similar story. I feel like the map is a little bit too large, but yeah, I don't know. It's still gonna be overall the
Yeah.
same ideas.
It is a little bit large, isn't it? I usually
Yeah,
just try to get
maybe.
outside here, and there seems to be more fights.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to get as many fights as possible. That's it. And you just kind of are trying to get used to the pressure as well, because there's so many people who might shoot you, right? And see, they're also moving chaotically, so it's all right. Obviously, some people may just have fun, yet don't do anything, but yeah, they're just practicing, practice shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so let's try to do this. We try to scout for anyone who takes off angles more, and let's try to shoot them simply. Let's start with that. There's gonna be
Yep. So
always
scout,
identify.
look for off angles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Try to deal with them as much as possible. You ideally can try to take those positions. Yeah, help your team set up. Make sure you do it at the battle time though. Time the pressure, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find a lot of the time Penny isn't too bad of an issue with Mag because of the range that you have.
Yeah, you mean the issue is what?
Um, Penny's not much of an issue with the
Oh,
mine.
Penny. Okay.
A
Yeah,
lot,
yeah.
yeah, people, will try ban her straight away.
Yeah.
Um,
That's true. If you can just open up the sideline, if you have the sharper one, it should be alright overall. Just destroy the nest, get an out angle of the hold and choke, which they a lot of the times do. I don't think it's the most let's say their most important job, to be honest, because yes, usually people walk in the choke, and that's why it works for the penny players. They kind of hold them there, but the higher you go, the more player base developed. You maybe watch some of the higher ranked players too on the penny. They deal with angles a lot, so this should be a preference. You can place the nest on the angles, so they
yep.
cannot just take an angle on you, and then you also keep an eye on the chokes too, but you have to be flexible. That's why you
Battery
have this
critical.
opportunity to just go from one position to another with your what's it called, the not the dash, but I forgot. It's when you can jump in from one net to another. Yeah, this ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
That's why it's there, just to help the enemies to help you keep the enemy busy. You can go from one angle to another and not just always stay in the choke in the same place. But yeah, anyway.
Yep.
Off angles. Well, you more likely expect people to start in the top left. There's gonna be flankers, so you can mess them up first, and also you can, after that, expect people to be on the top right in front of their first turn.
Okay.
So you can
Yep.
also push them there. Yeah, shoot them a little bit more. Yeah, here's nobody, it seems. You can always look up a little, watch left, right. Yeah, it's fine. Great position to start with, but watch out the angles also, like the left side. Okay. Love that position. Okay, nobody's on top right, so we're good. You can transition accordingly once your team will be pushing a little. But yeah, you have to watch this. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, that's what you gotta mess up, those guys. Yeah, you gotta, once you know they're
Oh, if
there,
I hit a shot.
yeah. Oh well, it's okay. We could have killed them, but anyway.
Yeah.
They might flank again on the left side. Don't forget, Black Panther, right? Where they
Yeah.
are. Do you know that? Okay. If you do, then it's fine, yeah?
What was that? Sorry.
I was saying the Black Panther. Do you know where they are? You always scout. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why you also have
Yeah,
to
I'll try to
press
get that
stop
angle
from
back.
time to time too, before the fight, and just scout and see, just in case. By the way, any point of downtime, like now, ideally you would press tab and check, and ask yourself the question: Who takes angles? Who on the enemy team? Who is that?
Yep.
So what do you would say?
Is
Press
it
tab and
Spidey now?
Spider-Man.
They got. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
Winter
Spider-Man.
Soldier as
Okay,
well.
where do you think Spider-Man is?
Um,
Where
the back line possibly,
What? Not there. Not there yet. Okay, try to scout possible
or up
positions,
here. Yep.
locations. Yes,
Yep.
yes. And that's how you poke them early, and then they did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
and tap again. You have to tab always, ideally the downtime. Yeah, but just in case, because they might make some swaps. If they don't,
Where'd
then
you
yeah,
go?
it's okay. Yeah, obviously you also clear the point, but you
Okay.
see, now there's switches. They also switch to Moon Knight. So where's the Moon
Yep.
Knight? Where's the
It's always
Spider-Man? Try to think.
either up here or on here, little edge, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and just the more you do that, the easier it will be to really deal with them and just pre-poke
Try to get
early.
visible to my team.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, Spider-Man is dead. Where's the Moon Knight? Moon Knight is
Yeah,
right up in the front. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
And you also have to press tab again. Don't forget about it. And just in the downtime, scout. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Spidey should be coming back.
Yes. Try to think. There are possible routes, how you can mess them up. Yeah, maybe it can be top right, top left, yeah, anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, to get to top
Yeah,
right,
usually
they
I'd
have
say
to.
top right.
Yeah, they have to go through here. You'll see it. Right.
Oh, I'm back into that. Oh,
Actually, yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna survive that. But yeah, again, tab. If we check, they have Moon Knight, they have Spidey still, so you can think.
so yeah, they use both their support ults, Spidey's ults, Moon Knight's ult, Strange ult, and I think Rogue as well.
Oh well, it's all right. Just keep
Would you
scouting.
say
Mhm.
is it worth me holding my ultimate until the next Cloak and Dagger, for example, or should I
No,
try to
no,
maybe
no, no.
if it's a 50-50 use it?
Usually, you always need to find a proactive way. Like either try to use that to. Well, it's mostly just force out something. That's gonna be your plan. If they have something defensive, then just find a way how you can force them to do something. So see, you kind of walking in, okay, and
Yeah,
then from here you can consider if they have some support ultimate. Maybe you can start throwing in your mag ult already. That's fine. But don't hold it because they might not
yep,
never
yep,
use it. Let's imagine you
yep.
top one mag in the world. Would you hold the ult for like plat player? Not really, too. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's find a way to use it proactively and also keep scouting the Moon Knight and their
yeah.
Spider-Man.
What my thought is, I get oh my goodness, far out. I get Cloak and Dagger to use her ghost ability, and
Yeah,
once she's used that, then I use my
fine.
ult.
Yep, this can be okay. Yeah, just put the pressure on them and set up accordingly.
Yeah,
This can be fine.
so
Yep.
take some height here.
Okay.
Ah, no,
Yeah,
can't
that's
get
fine. That's
across.
that is the sort. So yeah, maybe can start on the main in this case. So it's all right. Also, they have Punisher. Yeah, they still have the Moon Knight as DPS too. Seems right. Yeah. Okay. See who's more kind of active, where your team can follow up too. It's just one of the squishies.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, I just said just keep an eye on who's more active there anyway. Just one of the squishies should be okay. Like, see, if the
Yeah.
Moon Knight is more upfront, I'd rather shoot them. Don't focus on the tanks too much. Yeah, just
Okay. Yeah.
usually prefer the squishy if they're the same position. Keep it simple. Yeah, if there's no squishy, then sure, tank can be fine. Okay, the Punisher is dead.
Yeah.
Now, the Moon Knight, we try to search for them. They're right at the front too. Yeah, if there's support, sure, you can also deal with them in the same position, but right. We gotta the next
Yikes.
fight we go with, we gotta go for the ultimate there, 100%.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
waiting a little bit too long. The entire round is just one ultimate.
yeah.
That's okay though.
Sometimes I saying yes, but I get oh far out.
Ooh. No, that's gonna be good enough. This guy's 1 HP. Nice.
Man, they're getting ults.
Oh yeah, they have quite a lot too. Just trying to survive there. Yeah, a little bit difficult. It's okay though. Yeah, I would say once you had your ultimate, honestly, there have been a few pushes, especially before. Once you had the momentum, you should have capitalized on it. You kind of held the ultimate for
Yeah,
too long there, so they just
yeah,
kind of took the tempo back, and now it's really hard to retake for you. You could have pushed them
yeah.
even further, to be honest. Just yeah, like the way you did, I guess with any opportunity you see, even though there was like the Iron Man ult or something, I think it's fine. Rather do this. Yeah, rather be more proactive.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's fine to like maybe sometimes hold it, sometimes see if you know that you can have big advantage later. But yeah, I mean, just as soon as there's opportunity, yeah.
When players are within a gambit ult, is that worth trying to throw an ult or throw my ult,
So your
or is
ult at
the healing too
flyers,
strong?
or can you repeat that again?
Like you know how so when Gambit uses his ult,
Oh
you know
yeah.
how all the teammates have improved healing. Would that be worth? Like, can I kill someone fairly easily in that, or is the healing too strong?
I think you could, but you have to keep an eye on where the rest of your team is too. I think it's
Yeah,
possible. It's just really, it's like harder thing to pull off. But yeah, ideally, it's kind of the same as with any other support ultimate. If you know, there's a lot of just burst damage, which can be like, for example, there's even Luna Snow ult. It's just there's possibility for you to outburst, but yeah, it's a bit difficult. I would say rather kite and then use it, but yeah, it's
yeah, yeah. I catch him at the end of it.
okay. Let's see who is taking off angles on their team ideally. What do you think? The enemy.
Uh, so far, the rogue has been the most aggressive for angles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in general though, who do you expect as well to be on the off angles?
Punisher.
Punisher, yeah, maybe Moon Knight as well. So always keep an eye.
I'll stay on my target. Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
bubble. They.
Yeah, obviously, once you have big advantage, you can start stopping the card. I feel like, but yeah, starting with the angles is always alright. Okay, and still think. Yeah, make sure you always scout and check in where.
So Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. Because they're changing the characters non-stop. Well, this guy actually takes an
Yeah.
off angle now too, but yeah, it's just also don't forget, try to anticipate who might be doing what.
Oh my goodness, that was terrible.
That's alright.
Grab the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just trying to trying to stabilize here. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We still keep an eye on the Widow, keep an eye on the Punisher. If possible, maybe you can punish them the next fight there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're two down. Oh, we've altered.
Yeah, they have momentum, so yeah, they will try to push you hard, see who's easier for you to punish, especially Squishy. Okay, they can die. Yeah, there's Punisher dead, so it's nice. Keep an eye on the angles if they take one. Okay, yeah, good little angle here. Mm, I've watched the distance where your team is too. Okay, that's one for
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Okay, nice, nice pick. That's strange. You can also melee if they're low. Yeah, that's fine. It's through the shield. Yeah, melee through the shield. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's alright.
I was just trying to avoid the grapple by
Yeah,
Winter
yeah, yeah,
Soldier.
yeah, yeah.
They're portaling.
Okay.
It's
Where's the
strange.
widow? You see that she jumped on the right side right away? Yeah, just instantly. Once you see the angle, you keep an eye on it. Okay, that's nice. Nice. Good. Good patience.
Ah,
No, it's in this case, it's usually might be okay to just down card, fight card, so you stop the progress of
okay.
it, and at the same time you can maybe trade with somebody. It's like the tank is
Yeah,
might be
yeah,
not the easiest to trade if you're at big disadvantage. So just do something
yeah.
else. You will die anyway, but you die with more value this way. Okay. Yeah, now maybe we can.
Yeah, go for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can see. Yeah, where is he? Ah,
It's just a little bit difficult versus the Moon Knight
yeah,
Initiative.
there's
At the same time,
50
you can also
centimeters.
mess up this guy too. If there's a casting time, so maybe you just use the stacks, but yeah, still not the easiest thing. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, not bad game. I think, especially the start of the attack. There's just some things we can tweak a little bit and should be fine.
Yeah,
Let's just maybe review this one, and we'll have time to summarize after.
yeah, no problem.
Okay. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this game overall?
Yeah, all right. It just, I don't know. I feel like maybe my focus on targets we could have been better, and yeah, maybe being a bit more aggressive with that ultimate as well. Uh, yeah, I feel like I probably get caught in trying to match an ultimate. You know, like I'll wait for Cloak and Dagger to do hers, or I'll wait for Punisher, rather than deciding when it might be good to open a fight or that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Because the thing is, yes, you have to consider what they have, and at the same time, you kind of using it slightly defensively. They use something, you use your mag, but you can never just wait. You should be finding ways to force the ultimate, and a lot of the times, just hitting your ultimate too early, just hitting it is also fine. Yeah, you just force out the
Yeah,
support ultimate this way. Yeah, what they have a choice
yeah,
of. They use their ultimate, so you can mess it up still, like the cloak and dagger still, or you can also maybe kill them if they don't do anything. That's fine. So ideally you should just dictate the rules. You shouldn't follow the rules. You never know exactly. Yeah, you kind of
yeah,
wait, but yeah,
yeah,
it's also okay if you just shoot them early. Shoot them early, maybe force them to do something. That's fine. Yeah, but this is something you start with first, and then after that, yeah, you can use the ultimate. I feel like. Okay. Oh, can you see the stream, by the way?
Oh, let me find it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the first attack overall was fine, and by the way, I kind of mentioned just keep track, yeah, constantly. In the downtime, you have to press tab and check just in case, and try to check common angles. So see, when you rotate through here, what kind of angles we should check right away, ideally? What do you feel like?
Any of those uh exits from the building. So
Yeah,
you have the one where I'm standing, the low angle, and you have on my left as well.
yeah, exactly. Always be mindful because it seems like this Black Panther is a little bit late, but yeah, overall, this one of the most common rotations for the flankers. You have to check, try to think where they are. Once you're 15 seconds in, you also will have full picture on their composition. You can press tab also, try to anticipate, think where they are, so you'll mess them up. Yeah, it's just gonna be something you always do. I'm not sure they what's the play voice was this? Yeah, but it seems like they tried to do the grapple or something. I'm actually curious, or what this guy is. I'm I'm not too sure. Yeah, so they
Bit
opened
weird.
this guy opened the TP. Well, I guess they tried to make it so. Yeah, let me actually see. So where? Yeah, I think it's just like one of this. Yeah, this so they fall in the TP or something. But why this guy is on the left side? I'm just not too sure. Well,
Weird angle too.
yeah, it's just kind of. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Maybe they can like, potentially. Yeah, if you drag somebody in here, sure. Ah, well, I don't know. That's all right. So died, took an angle, they died, and then after that we are sitting here. Yeah, keep checking. Try to check for this guy though. That's really important. After that, I think we noticed them. They went in, but to mess them up. Mm-hmm. We could have killed them, but yeah, well, it's okay.
Yeah, it's missed the shot.
But then after that, that's what I mean. You cannot forget. You cannot forget about the people who will take angles potentially. You still need to keep an eye. This guy is dead. So Black Panther is still in. What they will do again?
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing, more likely, or also the other route. Just check those. So see, you have to mark this
Yeah.
here. So you pre-poke early. Yeah, obviously this is also important, but the angle is always high preference, and it's also isolated target, so you kind of have multiple check marks on him if you know that this guy
Okay.
exists. Yeah, it's easier for you to just mess this guy up compared to shooting the tank, the Doctor Strange. Well, it does something, yeah, it does the ult charge, but you can also farm the ult charge of this guy, and more importantly, mess
Yeah.
up his engagement too. There's a high chance that you might get a kill on your supports, yeah, when he does this for free with the full damage. But if I can just put extra attention, then that's gonna help. Yeah, we kill them eventually, that's great, but just slightly more damage before the fight. Okay, and then after that, it feels that the fight went well. Yeah, we've been pushing actively. Also, I did scout the Spider-Man, which is nice. Yeah, I asked you, yeah, this is exactly when you have to press tab again and check, okay, where the targets are, yeah, where they might be, where the Spider-Man is, where the Bucky is. By the way, the Spider-Man was right here, and they went right on this building here. They just kind of rotated through this side, yeah. So, you just poke early, once you know that
Yeah.
they're there. That's where ideally you should kind of keep that in your head. That's really good early damage. They already have HP, and when they engage, you get a kill on them. That's good. Yeah, after that, you just needed to keep the momentum, and it would be... but I feel like you don't even have to wait too much. Just set up if you can at a better spot, yes, if you're concerned about the support to shoot them, and then after that you can go for the ultimate. But yeah, overall you guys had the immense advantage. You got 2 people, keep pushing here, yeah, and just find a better time for you to do something with ultimate. That's why, again, if you're aware of the angles, there are 2 routes. There's the left route, there's the right route, but you still can scout it if they go here, because you're here. You can see if they will turn on the right side. Okay, so it should be fine. That's one of the critical moments here, it feels. Yeah, once they will be pushing, then you can be thinking about something. But see, they started with 2 ultimates. Your Ultron does something too, but just 1 ultimate versus 2 might be not enough, usually. Once they make a commitment like this, I think it's already fine for you to think about committing. Yeah, the worst case, you force out 1 more ultimate, yeah, or maybe you also can get a kill as a chance, but yeah, I don't feel like waiting here too much is good. Because they just kind of... actually... Oh, wait. I just missed this part. Yeah, we... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we did have the ultimate. But what happened? Oh. It's just... Yeah, I see. You got this effect that messed you up or something? Because it seems that you... Yeah, you started pressing it here. Or wait, what happened? Wait. Oh, is it the... Oh, I forgot about that. Is the field? Wait. Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, if within that field you lose ult charge.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I actually forgot about this one. Oh well, yeah, you just would be then be aware of this and don't
Yeah.
don't step in it. But then you
Keep
have to
distance.
yeah, you have to be ready somewhere around here. I feel like just do something. Probably if you can get a kill, perfect. If not, you can force out the ultimate. Maybe their cloak and dagger. There's just a lot of stuff happening, to be honest. But yeah, just now they're able to
Press every button.
Yeah, they're able to capitalize of theirs, and we have ours, I think. Yeah, I think it's fine. If we use it early, don't hold on it. Using it You just still keep in mind what you're trying to force out, but yeah, it's alright. If you watch the highest rank tanks too, that's how they play too, and I usually advise to do that. Yeah, back in the days when I play something like Overwatch or something, yeah, obviously we have to consider their ultimates, what they will do, but first off, we find ways to force out it with cheaper resources, and if not possible, then we can also find a way to force out their stuff with our own ultimates. It's rather, yeah, you are the one in control this way. It just makes it so much easier, always. Especially in team setting too. Okay, yeah, we keep playing here. This is just a little bit complicated. Yeah, how could you approach this fight? What do you think? What should he be doing?
I probably should have just played the corner more. I think I just assumed that my supports were there pocketing me, and I'd moved up too close. Um, yeah, I kind of pushed too deep.
What?
Otherwise, if I wanted to
Yeah,
change, yeah, sorry, yeah.
yeah. No, I just wanted to ask, what if you also go for the ultimate right here? That should he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
use that? What do you think?
I'm always just concerned
Yeah, concern about what?
about cloak and dagger on the enemy team
Yeah.
using the invisibility ability. So my thinking was to try to get it out early, and that's why I pushed a bit too far. But yeah, that's always an option. Yeah, do that, and then if she does invisible, change and choose another target.
And at the same time, there are also other targets, right? To see the cloak and dagger where they
Yeah,
are, right?
yeah, there's lots.
Yeah, we can also search for anyone else too. See, the worst case is just you're forcing out the abilities. Yes, maybe not necessarily getting killed, but you also can treat the ultimate as uh your option to set up at a better angle, because you're going up, you can always go here, for example, and then after that you make your pressures
Okay.
to this side. Yeah, whenever you're stuck on the
Yeah.
chokes like this, it just makes it easy, and at the same time you might deal with the angles too, so kind of not pushing just like past the Doctor Strange, who is better at brawling
Yeah.
us. Yeah, we just kind of keep our nice angle, but you also would done it with your ultimate. I think that was also a great chance for you to do something there,
Yeah.
because we, yeah, from what I remember, right at the start we got a pick or something, or wait, at least there was a big extra advantage, I believe. Yeah, we just started here. Yeah, this guys went out. The Spider-Man, sure. Yeah, our shark goes in. Yeah, okay. Our, it seems, well, they died here, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think our Angela, got a pick. Yeah, that's right. Our Angela goes also the lead of the Spider-Man, but it's just your thinking can start already. Even though the Jeff is dead, it's 5v6. Still, there's an option to turn around the fight, because with one
Yeah.
ultimate, possibly here we can get 1 or 2 picks. So it's okay. I feel like just going it for more proactive way, it's not bad at all. Yeah. So now, you see, what it came to is that this entire time we never used the ultimate at all, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's the more complicated here. Yeah, well, that's okay.
I think them having Gambit as a hero. I think in this next section you see they're just cycling ults so quickly because part of his ultimate is he charges everybody
Yeah,
else's ultimate.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
which
too.
probably was even more important for me to use mine.
Yeah, that too, that too. Just sitting there for really long overall, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
our main focus was on the angles, so that was better overall. Yeah, we paid attention to those, still a little bit high quality, and yeah, this is just as a addition. Ultimate can also help you out to take the angles, deal with the angles, and
Yeah.
sometimes take better positions too, just by yourself. So that's all right. And yeah, I feel like at this point they just had the momentum. The start of this here, we had pretty decent angle. Yeah, it's just gonna be good high ground. Keep an eye, who might take an angle there too. That's where you scout, you
Yep.
check. Maybe there's gonna be the Moon Knight, maybe it's gonna be the Punisher, maybe it's gonna be the anyone else like Rogue. Yeah, well, they flew in, sure, maybe. Okay, it just always can be dynamic and check. Okay. overall, this is okay position to start with. And then once you build an advantage from here, if you got a pick or something, it's always fine for you to drop in the choke, but you don't have an advantage yet. So the way we kept it is fine.
Yeah.
You see, you kind of played slow. Yes, the card's getting pushed, but at the same time, you build an advantage. Just make sure the pressure is consistent. And then after that, when you get a pick or something, yeah, like especially on this guy, the Punisher here, you have two guys' advantage now. Or we can do something like this. We can start dropping, contest the card. Now it can be worth it. It's just
Yeah.
how you play the angles here. I remember you asking me that question. Yeah, should you drop sometimes? Should not? Yeah, that's what usually it comes down to. You start with map control, and then after that, if there's a good reason to drop, then you go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions in general about the game? About the yeah anything? I guess.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, play more conservative when you don't have the advantage, and when there is a player advantage, yeah, you can be a bit more aggressive and play the chokes a
Yeah.
bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit unfortunate with those first shots too. It's just out of our range. Just letting them in
Yeah.
and combining together with the stacks maybe it can be nice. But yeah, if not, then strange in this case is fine. You always have to consider the range. If those guys are really far, sure, then let's shoot him. But then afterwards we can start shooting those guys. Yeah, somebody right in the main too. Okay, let's see. Push forward a little. Yeah, I think once we try to retake the point. Yeah, well, try to stabilize, but it didn't work. It's fine. Yeah, that's where the retake starts. Yeah, they go really aggressive, and they also... Yeah, I remember, from what I remember, they're trying to combine their Strange and Moon Knight after. But yeah, we got a pick, actually,
Yeah.
because they pushed in too early, so that's nice. Dealing with the Widow is good. Yeah, we'll manage this. It's always fine if you keep the angle going. Just a sharper sideline, just in case. If your damage is getting blocked by something like Strange, yeah, it might be not the best, but yeah, you just keep this angle. Yeah, this is great. And then after, you can always think where your team is. If they pull back a little, then you move back on the lane, yeah, like you did. And you also deal with this. This is good. Misplace them. Continue with the shots, fine. Then we deal with the Strange. Yes, it's good. Push up a little. Sometimes we miss the shots, but I think it will it will improve his time too. You just need to kind
Yeah,
of
I haven't played in 3 days, so I'm a little bit rusty.
Yeah, it's alright. It just you kind of need to look at the enemy movement and just look at the target, see what they do, and then try to lead the shot. Yeah, trying to don't look at the crosshair as much. Your aim is projectile, so yeah. It takes time though, but it helps with consistency too. And also see, as soon as you see this, you always have to be aware. Like, this guy is literally jumping in front of you guys. Shoot this guy instantly.
Yeah.
Always be aware. And this all happens if you...
tunnelvision.
Just remind yourself who might take an angle, and don't forget that they do. Okay, as soon as you see that, you pay attention to this. Maybe there's gonna be somebody on top left here as well. Yeah, maybe the Widow will try to do this sort of grapple jump or something. They will try to go in, put a grapple for the pick. Yeah, other than that, should be alright. Get this angle, you keep playing it. Yeah, ultimate's gonna be okay. It's also partially, you always kind of can focus on this Cloak and Dagger or whoever with the resources and then answer. Always makes it easy. Yeah, well, afterwards, what happened to us? Yeah, they just combined. Yeah, they went for the Rogue and then there's a Strange. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. I feel like we've done decent. I just think go for the trades right there. Don't look at this here. I don't think it's... Might be not as killable because you see there's also Angela here. So this you can create 2v1. You can get the squishies, one of the Moon Knight maybe, or the bulky, and then it will be easy. Yes, there's this thing happening, but they're not as killable. They're tanks, and those are squishies. So especially when your teammates are pushing them, it makes it easy. And stop the card for a little bit. So go for the trades down card. Maybe there's a chance you could kill this guy,
Yeah.
especially with Angela, and would be okay. Honestly, you have a chance to retake it more comfortably because you get their backline. The tanks cannot survive for too long. Oh well. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, I think we went over quite a lot. Maybe we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
just summarize, and you can tell me, what do we got out of the day so far? What do you think?
Focus on the characters and the soft angles, and really focus on value rather than I was saying at the start, if I was shooting someone that was getting pocketed, I would try to change in order to get an elimination. But maybe keeping them off that angle or keeping that damage away from my team is more important. Then pay attention to important targets during the fight. So don't get tunnel vision. Keep looking around. Keep checking for Black Panther or Spidey, and try to have an idea of where they're going to come up next, so that I can engage before they dive in.
Mm-hmm.
And then stay on targets as well. So don't start shooting one and then see someone a little bit lower, and then go over there, and then go over here. Just keep my more focused damage on a target. And yeah, just try to anticipate the angles. I think it's the biggest ones I got. And also don't hold my ult.
Yeah, do not hold your ult, but do what? Try to force out, bait out stuff. Yeah, start with cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheaper cooldowns, maybe, and then at the same time you can also think about what can you do with ultimate first. It may be even taking a better position sometimes. It's just zoning enemy out, which is also can be good to use of ultimate too if you have troubles just breaking through the space, especially on narrow chokes. Not too bad, a lot of times, but yeah, more proactive way, and should be alright. Okay, and just two criteria, big criteria: threatening. If the target is threatening and killable, prioritize off angles, prioritize anyone who is doing more damage overall, and killable targets all based on where your teammates are attacking and who is lower HP, generally speaking. If there's low HP, low
Yes.
cooldowns target, go after them. Well, as a good example, the tanks are pushing, but at the same time, I have a teammate who attacks something with me, and those are low HP targets and more threatening because they take angles, so I go after them. For example, this Moon Knight taking off angle is more preference as well compared to anyone at this front line. Stuff like that. More important for you to shoot.
Yep.
If you can take those positions as well physically and set your team up there, that's also great. But that's why you have to be creative. I think right at the start, especially on retakes, usually try to think about the rotations. Usually a lot of people tunnel vision on this kind of shortest route, but I don't think it's the best to start with. I would say rather go on the left side, take this entire position, and then after that you can build the pressure on the point and then also send someone here. But yeah, you can always be flexible, think what you can do. Okay, yeah, stuff like that. I feel like overall we mentioned everything. Do you have any final questions about anything for today?
No. I feel like I've definitely noticed. I'm just getting a bit more conscious about different things. I feel like my angles getting a little bit better. My target priorities are getting a little bit better. So yeah, I can definitely see the improvement. Just need to put the hours in now, and yeah, I think